Okay, welcome again. So, recently, a sentence was passed in Enugu State, whereby a former rector of Enugu Polytechnic was sentenced to about 1 year imprisonment. And he was also asked to pay back the money that he collected from supposedly student that he was given admission. And this happened because the school that was being floated by this man, which is Dr. Isido Ojuku Nwankwo, was actually fake. It was not registered with the required bodies, the Enugu State government, the CAC, and other bodies that are required for registration. Other bodies where he was supposed to have registered, or the school was supposed to have registered, to have given it the go ahead to run the school. So in other words, the school is fake. So, but some of the students that we are trying to get into the university, of course, we know how difficult it is these days to get admission. So people move from different school to different schools. When you try this, it doesn't work, you try another one. If it doesn't work, you try another one. So whichever school is out there, there are students waiting to get into it. So these students were naive. They didn't know it was fake at first, and they went ahead to pay, to make the payment, about 50,000 naira. Each of them, something like that. Some paid acceptance fee, first semester fee, form and registration fee, different amount of money like that, 5,000, 10,000, 35,000, and all of that. So it amounted to about 1.153 million naira. So which is about let's just say 1.1 million naira, which the man collected. But eventually they found out it was fake, and so they petitioned EFCC, to come and investigate the case. And upon investigation, they found out that the university was fake, and the man was sued, and eventually he has been handed with just a year imprisonment, which a lot of people think it was actually small, because who would have said that a lot of people would have not registered if these other guys that registered didn't petition EFCC to look into the case? I mean, a lot of other students that are actually innocent would have poured in money into that, giving someone that was actually supposed to help them, someone that was actually supposed to help them, build their life, build a career by going to school, but rather the person is scamming them. And that is to say that a lot of schools are out there. Even this is happening at a higher level because it's a polytechnic. A lot of schools are out there, primary schools and all of that are not even much more like you say accredited or are supposed to be running, but they are running. And this is the system that we have in Nigeria, whereby a lot of things are not done right. Of course, a lot of other schools are out there that are great. A lot of other institutions that have been, built and all of that, private and government owned, that are actually doing well. But aside from those ones, there are also those that are trying to take advantage of the system, because there are a lot of people out there that needs to go to school. Populations are coming out every day. Look at the graduates are churning out every day, no job, and people are being born every day, going to school, coming out of the secondary school, looking for admission into university. A lot of people have been at home for like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, no admission. They write jam and do all of that, still don't get admission when they are supposed to get to. So they start looking for other alternatives. So if the popular universities don't work, because popular universities are upping their standards because of the requests, because of the people that are looking for admissions are plenty. So they continue to increase their standards so as to weed them out, so as to reduce them. So those people that didn't get admission, they will not be looking for alternatives. And that is where fake polytechnics like this come in. The fake universities come in, fake technical institutions come in, because they want to take advantage of the system. And these people are innocent. They're actually just trying to look for an alternative, and eventually they get caught up. But it's also on them now to start realizing that no matter how desperate you are, you should also still do your own investigation and find out if whatever school you are trying to go or whatever academy you are trying to register, if it's actually valid, if it's accredited, and if it is genuine. Because at the end of the day, you may just be losing money. Yes, even though the person gets arrested and awarded a particular whatever to pay you back, the person might not pay, but the person might just go to jail and promise to pay back, or eventually the person might just be jailed and not pay you back. You will lose that money. And who's to say that it's going to be easy for you to get another admission? So it's important to be patient and, of course, do your due diligence before you register to any of these universities. And that is why a lot of people want to go to the popular universities, because they are sure that those ones are accredited. They are sure that those ones are legit. I mean, you've seen graduates from them, you've heard stories about them, you know about them. So all the popular state universities, state polytechnics, and even some private institutions that are actually very popular. there are a lot of private institutions out there that are not popular. And some of them you even hear them, you be like, do that even exist? Because a lot of them are coming out every day. Of course, if you have money tomorrow, also you can start your own. You just making the right registrations. But always please make sure that you make the right registrations, get the right accreditation, so that you don't become wanted tomorrow for scamming other students. Sorry if it's a loss for them for right now that they have sent in their money or they have been due, but we hope that they get paid back so that they can be able to continue with their education and look for admission somewhere else. But until then, I hope they've learned the lesson and that they will do due diligence next time. And of course, the person that actually scammed them, I mean, why would you even be doing that, even with the level of education that he has? Supposedly a doctor. You see that even with all the degree that he has, he's doing such. That's to show you how desperate that people can be. And this man would have been someone that actually knows how the system works and knows the loopholes that are in the system, knowing that there are a lot of people out there that needs admission, knowing that a lot of people are out there that will not even check very well. They just want to get somewhere. They just want to be in school. And when they see their mates being in school or haven't gotten admission, they also want to get admission. They just want to say, okay, well, I'm in school also. It doesn't matter what school it is, I'm in school. And eventually when you graduate, I will graduate. So things like that. So the person would have known a lot more about the system, and that is why he would have done that in the first place and got away with it before eventually these guys we are able to summon the courage here to petition EFCC, and then he is now caught. So that's what I have to say, and thank you for listening, and see you in the next one.